we saw Dennis Schroeder turn into a Karate Kid.
Whoa, did Schreier get whacked hard by Schroeder.
OKC is the place where dreams come to die.
This looks like he is extremely frustrated and disappointed.
And Lamelo Ball will never grow up. So we gotta start in OKC, where the Lakers were in for a harsh reality check.
Too athletic, too skilled, jumped over top, and now he gets a steal. Thunder in transition.
On the wing, here's a free. Dort.
And the number one defensive key is take care of the ball because they are great in transition. Thank you, Lou Dort.
How about that?
You're showing me you cannot beat the Thunder, Steve, as the Lakers turn it over again.
4 of them.
Dort's made 9 of his last 18 after going 14 for 6.
Shea's not hit until right there. He's 1 of 4.
The Thunder came out with a mission, and that is to make their opponents suffer. I mean, the feeling was there after just 4 minutes of action that this is turning into a nightmare for the Lakers. Get this, they forced 8 turnovers in the first 7 minutes of the game. This wasn't just the number 1 defense in the league doing their job. Nah, they suffocated them, clearly sending a message.
Marching on with this Laker team. What we're seeing is James in a nest of defenders. Ayton couldn't get it. That's an 8th turnover by LA. On the wing, Dort. He's already knocked down 2 threes. Make it 3.
You know how OKC fans don't sit until their team makes the first basket? Well, they were jumping all night long because the Thunder completely blew out the Lakers in the first period already. They limited Luka to only 5 points on a miserable 1 of 6 shooting.
Get the other end instead of getting back. You're not doing anything to the ref there. You're hurting your teammates.
Doncic of 4.
Matter of fact, the entire LA squad was struggling to buy a bucket as they combined for 5 of 15. Almost half of their first quarter points came from the free throw line. So the score was an ugly 44-21 after 12 minutes of play. To be fair, we've seen teams coming back from an even larger deficit, and LeBron tried to inject some energy at the start of the second.
Wow. Playing handball. Swats it away. James. Oh!
Man, this would have gone viral in an instant, but James failed to convert the poster dunk on Mitchell, so the Lakers continued to fall apart.
For the rebound.
You can't give those up if you're the Lakers.
Hartenstein.
You can't give up second chances now.
Around Kennard into the hole. Fouled.
Defense has carried them, but tonight,
Jalen Williams.
This was a total demolition by the Thunder, and the lead after just 16 minutes was a staggering 32 points, with LA looking absolutely deflated. Needless to say that OKC won the fast break battle 32-14, or the second chance points 18-3, because they've won on every inch of the court. And things went from bad to worse for Lakers fans when Luka got hurt in the third period with the game already being decided.
Role is offensive rebounding, defensive rebounding, so important. And let's hope this is nothing.
he looks like he's in a lot of pain now.
That hamstring, and he was grabbing in the first quarter, and he's still down.
Not what we wanted to see tonight, especially Luka. Already been hobbled with a hamstring this season, and this does not look good. If you look at his face here as he walks to the bench, this looks like he is extremely frustrated and disappointed.
Damn, the look on his face says it all. This is a devastating blow considering how great he was playing lately and the hot streak the Lakers were on. But their desperation didn't end there, as Bronny James got humiliated by Cason Wallace on 2 straight possessions.
Scapes and he jams.
There's no let up. Oh my God.
Another steal. Wallace. Williams. No. Rebound up and down. Wallace got it.
Man, this looked like an amateur versus pro moment. To not be able to pass half court and set up your offense is a clear sign that you don't belong here. OKC is the place where dreams come to die. On the other hand, Shea handled the business like usual, leading his team with a routine stat line of 28 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists. He's been the most consistent all year long, and that's why he needs to be the MVP. With this loss, LA is now 1-10 against the best 4 teams in the league. That's all you need to know about their chances in the postseason. And one of those 4 teams are the Pistons, who kept winning despite missing their leader in Cade Cunningham for the last 9 games. But before we go to them, I gotta show you the Dunk of the Year candidate.
Well, how about DiVincenzo?
Whoa, what was that, Rudy? And Jalen Duren on the other end acted like he was trying to tell him to stay in his lane because...
Back to Durant! with the left.
Now that's how you finish a dunk. The Pistons were flying high all throughout the game, energizing the crowd on multiple occasions.
On that slam.
Block. Pass up ahead. People Reed with the flush. It's Holland now. Oh, and Bernard. Holland with authority. Up, off, rebound Thompson. Jenkins. Over to Robinson. Toss it up. If I raise up, gonna be trouble!
Asar finishes the alley-oop jam from Duncan to put his team up by 7 points in the fourth. And Durant punched another one home with Gobert standing right in front of him.
Jenkins left it short. Durant with the hammer.
I just realized he's the second coming of Dwight Howard. Jalen ruled the paint last night with 22 points, 14 rebounds, and 2 blocks on 53% efficiency. The Wolves clearly missed and Jaden McDaniels in this game as they couldn't find an answer for Detroit in the clutch, and I'm talking about both ends of the floor.
Jenkins the ball. Robinson for 3. Yes!
Duncan Robinson really put the game on ice with this 3 in transition, cause after that, the Wolves' effort to pull off a comeback were too little too late as the Pistons finished the job at the free throw line. With this win, Detroit is now 7-2 without Cade on the court, and that is quite surprising. On the contrary, the Warriors are abysmal without Steph Curry, falling all the way down to the 10th seed in the West. And last night, they hosted the Cavs, who were red hot from deep.
Size. Mitchell from straight away draws oohs and ahs from this Chase Center crowd.
Spend some time with these young people. It's a lot of fun.
Strus again. Max Strus with back-to-back triples. Green's 2 of 9 tonight. Harden, step back. Got knocked down by Santos and he banks it in. Harden still on his back.
Harden, Strus, and Mitchell combined for 68 points on a blistering 56% from downtown, and they were up by 12 points in the third. But then, an unlikely hero emerged for the Dubs.
Just hold your breath.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
That triple is true. LJ Cryer.
Max can go to the front of the goal like that or to a layup. That's pretty easy. So
Cryer hits again. Cryer led the Big 12 in three-point accuracy each of the last 3 seasons. Back to Cryer. He has his third.
Bang! LJ Cryer knocks down 3 straight triples to cut the deficit to 5 points in a blink of an eye. Golden State used an electric 16-4 run to tie the game just a couple minutes later. So in a tight game, early in the fourth, tension started boiling on the court.
nice shot.
Whoa, did Cryer get whacked hard by Schroeder. Green just shoved it. Schroeder aside. The jawing continues. Dennis didn't like that. And now we have a technical foul called on Draymond Green.
Dennis the Menace flies in with the karate kick to knock down Cryer, and then Draymond intervenes by pushing his former teammate, for which he earned a tech. Luckily, things didn't escalate and Podziemski continued the search for his team.
Ellis got knocked down. Podziemski. The Warriors have grabbed a dozen offensive rebounds. Podziemski, long range.
It's a foul. Wow. All right.
Santos. Cryer trying to shove it to Santos. Tipped by Schroeder. Santos gets it back.
Podge with 2 threes and Guy Santos executed an additional 11-0 blitz to take over the lead. So, down by 3 in the clutch, Mitchell and Strus really stepped up for the Cavs.
Mitchell, can he answer? Indeed.
Nice shot. Another wide open shot by Donovan off of that little screen.
Mobley rips through. Finds Strus. Hey! Knocks it down. Cavs are awfully late in the shot clock. Strus beats the clock and buries another 3. That's ball game.
Max Strus drilled a couple of bombs when they needed it the most for 24 points total. Meanwhile, Podziemski was even hotter, scoring 14 of his 25 points in the final period. But he couldn't do it alone.
Harden once again takes some air out of the basketball. James Harden crossed over Santos. Harden for the jugular. Yes!
James Harden done it a million times.
The Beard hits the floater to seal the deal at the end. Man, he's timeless. With 5 games left, Cleveland is still chasing New York for the 3rd seed in the East. And the Spurs are not letting go of the race for the 1st place in the West either.
Fox gets the screen from Harper. Tierney against Mathurin. Drives, passes out. Barnes for 3. At the buzzer, it's good. Harris Harrison Barnes from the corner.
Mr. 100%.
Hawks. Castle stands still 3. Another one goes down for the Spurs. Misses that. Still time for the Spurs for a heave. Dylan Harper puts it up. And he put it down at the halftime buzzer.
Dylan Harper nails the half-court buzzer beater to put the Spurs up by 24 points heading into the locker rooms. They blew past the Clippers last night even without Wemby on the court. This shows us just how good of a team they are, filled with rock-solid players on every position. Matter of fact, they have an 11-4 record when Victor is on the bench this season. De'Aaron Fox led 6 players in double figures with 22 points, 5 dimes, and 3 steals. Moving on to Charlotte, where both teams rewrote some three-point history last night.
4. Could have done the Hornets a big solid by winning that game. First shot of the game. Welcome to Charlotte, Gillespie. That is a new Phoenix Suns record. He passes Quentin Richardson for the most three-pointers ever made by a Phoenix Sun in the season.
This was Gillespie's 227th three of the season, surpassing Quentin Richardson for most in Suns history. This shocked me honestly, and Con Knippel did a similar thing on the other end.
Extra pass to Con. Got it! Knippel. A triple! Stays with the Hornets. Karma! Yes!
Knippel broke Kemba Walker's record for most threes in a season for the Hornets, and Lamelo Ball made sure to celebrate his milestone with a silly shower in the locker room. This was only a continuation of his shenanigans that were ongoing during the game as well. I guess you can do that after posting 15 points and 11 assists and you're already up by 20 in the closing minutes. While it was all fun and games for Charlotte, it was the complete opposite for Orlando and Atlanta, where we saw a hard foul ignite some chaos on the court. You gotta check out exactly what happened right here in this video. Talk to you in the next one. Peace out.